What is up, everyone? This is Too Slow, aka Seabass, and today we are opening up the Dasaita stereo here. They reached out to me on Instagram and they asked me if they wanted to send me out a stereo for me to review, and that's the thing I'm doing right now. So, if you guys don't remember, I do have a 2003 Toyota Matrix that I bought, the supercharged one that it came with a stereo, but for some reason it didn't work at all. So they reached out to me. They said if I could do a video review about it, and I said absolutely. You know, I got the perfect car for this. Send me one of your products. So here I am about to review it. It came in this box right here with some foam packing on the sides and covered up in like a bags, like they covered up the whole box. So pretty good packaging, I would say. Let's put that aside. And here's the Dasaita. Overall, pretty basic presentation. Doesn't have to be too extreme. In-car entertainment system. Not much outside. They do have the model number here, HM2221C Play HD. So this is my first time opening it up. Got my knife right here handy, or box cutter I should say. So let's go ahead and open it up. So once we open it up, first thing they throw at us is installation steps. So yeah, there's the different models. Apparently this is a Apple CarPlay unit, so it's gonna be pretty cool to see how it is. Usually I get Pioneer head units because that's what I kind of grew up with. I kind of grew up with Pioneer head units and I have faith in them, but I'm also up to try new things out there, cheaper solutions. Oh wow, really detailed color images. So this is already a plus over the Pioneer head unit installation manuals that they give you. So Pioneer gives you black and white manuals, but this is full color, pretty easy, lets you know everything and the dedicated wiring. So pretty cool right there. We'll go ahead and look at that some more later, but I'm really interested in the stereo itself. Oh, more user manual. And again, looks like it's gonna be in color or not. But no, yeah, it is in color. So it seems like it's just going over the basic functions of the stereo. So pretty cool. Again, colored, that's a plus for me. So we're gonna go ahead and look at this after. As I said, I'm really interested in the stereo. So again, pretty cool packaging. What's this right here? So this is car rear view camera. So yeah, they also said that they're gonna send me a rear view camera with it. So that's gonna be pretty cool to review. We got some wiring, more wiring. We're gonna go ahead and open all this up. And what's this? Is this oh, it's the brackets. Okay, pretty cool. They give you the brackets. Man, they really do give you everything. They really do give you everything. And here's the stereo itself. Oh, it has some weight to it. I'm actually impressed. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm kind of just curious, man. I haven't really like gotten a sponsor where they send me a stereo. This is my first sponsor for the stereos. So let's slip this out. Oh, I can't do this with one hand. I gotta get a tripod. I actually do have the tripod, but I don't have the phone adapter for the tripod, so I gotta invest in that. Okay, looking pretty dope. See, here's the thing. One thing I don't know about this, like I don't know. I seem to have become spoiled now with the new Pioneers that have the screen like even with the outer bezel. I don't know why I don't know why they have the synced in screen and then the bezel kind of up. So that's one thing I'm not a fan about, but again, that's just a little thing. But you do have dedicated buttons, volume up, volume down, most likely back. Your microphone is right there and the power button. So I'm a little bit like curious how the microphone's going to work or how well it's going to be, and I'll make sure to include that in the video. See how the microphone works being mounted on the stereo rather than being mounted on your pillar or on your steering wheel. But other than that, let's look at this. Just some more information on what's what, the pinouts. Got some serial number 6. Oh, this is the 6th one. Wow. Okay. Professional car multimedia systems. So there's a part number. Built 2023 to 21. Okay. Not bad. Got a large heat sink in the back because typically these do get hot, these stereos, or they get warm. Same with the Pioneers. This isn't just for these stereos. All stereos are kind of built like this. But looks like we have some. Oh, looks like you have more options right here, but I guess I don't have that specific stereo that comes with those options. Looks like there's one for GPS, 4G, Wi-Fi, TV. But again, if this has Apple CarPlay, you don't really need a GPS, like internally built GPS from the stereo manufacturer, because again, Apple CarPlay is just perfect. Or if it lets you use Waze, that's also pretty cool. So it gives you a warning right there. Oh, I forgot to mention, that's the fuse right there in case it doesn't turn on. You can replace that. But again, this feels pretty solid. It feels pretty good. So let's set that aside. Let's go ahead and open up the cables. Let me go ahead and cut them open because I don't think they're... Oh, actually, I could probably split them right here. Let's see. Okay, cool. So first bag, what do we have here? So first bag, we have one of the connections. So ground, auxiliary in, front camera, brake, constant 12 volts, I believe, or I don't know. So it looks like we have your auxiliary in right here. So like, let's say you want to hook up like maybe like a video game console or a camera. This is going to be your harness for that. What is this right here? This is just appears to be regular USB. So if you want to run the USB to like your glove box, there you go. What is this? This looks like maybe a microphone. I think that's a microphone. I'm not too sure. So if this is a microphone, then I can pretty much drop what my assumptions of this, or like my thoughts, my curiosity, because I'd simply just be running this microphone rather than the one built into the head unit. But I guess that's also kind of a good feature in case like someone doesn't want to run an external microphone to their pillar, which doesn't matter, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and use that. And then we have right here main for like your stereo, for your speakers. Yeah, right here. Rear camera, so we're gonna be using that one. Subwoofer, auxiliary video. So yeah, just a bunch of different connections. Pretty cool. And then this one, what's this one right here? Let's go ahead and open this one up. Oh man, it's pretty good quality. Good. What's this right here? Let's say you want to, I think you have to like cut this and splice it into like your factory head unit. So I think what I'm gonna do is, this is the 2003 Matrix plug. So we're just gonna cut it right here, and then we're most likely gonna match the colors of the wires. But I'm gonna go ahead and double check what's this for. Maybe if they have another adapter, I could just splice into that. But we're gonna go ahead and look at that a little bit more. But here's the backup camera. Let's check it out. Oh, more color. Again, I'm happy to see color. Gives you a very well detailed view on how to plug it in. That's actually really good. It's actually really good. So let's see what they got. I really hope I don't have to squeeze the RCA through the rubber grommet on the hatch. God, I don't like that. Looks like that's your power, some screws for the camera right here, and then here's the camera itself. Oh, my fears are gonna come true. So Ah, man, this is a bummer. So it's not their fault. I mean, or it's not like something that's the end of the world. And sorry about the dirty hands. I just got off work right now. It's not the end of the world. And there's their logo or their name. But the thing is, what I don't like about this, and this is for people with like hatchback vehicles. You're gonna have that rubber grommet that goes from your hatchback to the vehicle frame, and running these two plugs through that, or not the, well, actually, yeah, you're gonna be running two separate ones. It's, you have your video and then you have your power. How are you gonna fit all that through that rubber grommet? And you guys don't see it right now, but when I get to that point in the installation, you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about. So that's kind of a downside of their backup camera. Maybe they could incorporate all this, like make this longer to the point where I don't have to run two of these wires through that rubber grommet. So this isn't an issue with like non-hatchback vehicles or vehicles with like a rear tailgate. It's a problem for those vehicles, I should say. It's not a problem for like a sedan, a coupe, etc., just vehicles with a hatchback or liftgate. That's going to be the issue. So yeah, great presentation, great overall experience on the presentation itself. So I'm actually really excited to get this plugged in. So we're gonna do the wiring first, and I'll show you guys what I do. So I already got the back side all removed from the matrix, and as I suspected, that plug, the one that had the aftermarket plug right here on the back, the black one, that one is not compatible with my vehicle. So I went out and I had the 2003 matrix factory plug that converts to the stereo plug, which very easy. Just match the wires, very simple, you know, black on green, black on purple, black on gray, black on white for your speakers, the red and yellow for your power, black for ground, and I believe this is for the antenna and illumination, if I'm not mistaken. So now we're going to install the backup camera on the back of the hatch, and in order to do so, we have to send, we're going to install it right here, the backup camera, but we have to send the wiring down to here, through this here, and into the headliner. And the bad thing about it is I need to send these two through that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, and this is the main reason why I don't like that companies do this. Why not do just one simple plug? In order to do this, I'm gonna need like a wire, but a flexible one. I can't use a straight one because it has a curve right here and it's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I moved the grommets here, and I'm just gonna send this through here. And you can hear it, it's already over here. So here it is. And we're gonna pull on it, you can see. So now we're gonna strap the wire to here and pull on it to get it to come out through here. So then for the camera, you have the yellow plug for the signal. It wants you to get 12 volts of power. So I'm gonna tap in right here to the red wire of the power right here. So this is where it's gonna go to the backup light. And this is gonna power on the camera when it receives backup light. Go to the 12 volt positive and negative of the reverse light. So brought it down here, and because the wire was so short, I had to extend the wire length, and I used this blue and white wire because I didn't have black and red at the moment, but obviously opposite, black and white, red and blue. So it won't be able to confuse that. But what I did, and I'm not too happy about it, is I did this because I was at this for like half an hour and I was struggling to get him through the grommet, but it's just too big. I have to pretty much squeeze in this, and it's just not, like, maybe you can, but I just don't have the patience for that, and I don't care. So it is what it is. I could have probably sent this one through, but what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this with Tessa tape, which is it's not this tape, but it's the felt tape, and we're just gonna wrap it, and it should be able to be fine with the hatch opening up and down all the time. So that shouldn't be an issue. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But anyways, right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap these with black tape just in case they don't get pulled off from their sockets. And then here's the backup camera, so we're just gonna go ahead and install it real quick. So I routed the wires down through the rubber grommet. I removed this, and you can see there's an area where you could shove the wires through there, and I got it to come out through the storage compartment here. It's not really a storage compartment, but it's more like an access point to get to the brake light or the reverse light. And that's what I did. I went ahead and removed the reverse light from the socket right there. So I removed it from the socket, and I exposed both wires right here. I just tapped into the white on white and blue on red, but this is, as I said, this is technically my red, but I didn't have red wire, so I extended it with a blue. But your red would go with the red, and your black wire would go to this black with white. So now we're just gonna tape this up and put the reverse light back in. This is what's gonna feed the signal power to the camera. So I pulled back on these panels, and I routed that wire, the RCA one, the one that's for the backup camera. I routed it all along here, and I'm gonna route it down here to the door sills, and I will show you guys that right now. But in the meantime, now I'm just gonna go ahead and put all these back together. Gonna go ahead and put these back on the anchors. So now I'm routing the wire all along here. So I'm routing the wire all along the door sills for the camera. You can see right here. I really hope I have enough to reach the stereo, because it seems kind of short, but hopefully I do. Hopefully it has a little bit of a stretch, so I can get it to go under the driver steering column to the screen. But pretty simple. Just go ahead and pop off your door sills. You don't really have to, if you could be able to just tuck it in, but I kind of want to leave it a little bit neat, so I'm gonna take off the door sill since it's pretty easy. I'm just gonna route the wire all along the side of it. And then the one we're gonna focus on right now is going to be the backup camera one. So this is the backup camera one. I barely have enough. I usually have a lot more slack with the aftermarket head unit, so I don't know how far, or I don't know how, like if you have like a longer vehicle, because this is a Toyota Matrix. This isn't a long vehicle. I don't know if this is meant just for smaller vehicles, but you know, maybe the company can make a longer cable for like a, let's say a pickup or like a Suburban, a longer vehicle, because this isn't gonna work. This really isn't gonna work. So now what we're gonna do is we connected it to the rear camera on the plug here, and this is gonna go to your backup right here. It says back from the harness, and it has these little caps, which I find pretty cool that it has these caps so that it doesn't stay exposed. Now, as I said, we're gonna connect the backup one to the red one from the backup camera. So on the back of the stereo, we have this plug with all the connections for the backup camera, and then we have this one right here for the microphone, which I already fed through the head unit, and this is our main plug. So now we're gonna go put it back in and test out the backup camera. So I forgot I connected the USB port right there, and I sent it through the glove box right here. All right, so we got it plugged in, and I already put my bezel back on. So let's test reverse. Okay, so it quickly went to no signal, and then we finally did get something. But I did notice that the volume went away. What happened with the volume? That is really weird. So you get a no signal, then you get your audio cut while you're in reverse. That is weird. Is there like a setting for that? Because that would be really annoying. Like you're jamming out to your favorite song, and then boom, silence. But I'll go ahead and test it out once I connect to the stereo with my cell phone. But other than that, backup camera works. We just got to go back there and install it correctly because it's kind of just dangling around. All right, got the door sills back on. Got all the wires tucked in, and I removed the old microphone from the stereo, from the previous stereo, because it was not compatible. All right, so I got the weather stripping back on. I ran the microphone wire all along the pillar, and I got a pop-up right here. So hopefully this is a good spot for it. If not, I will probably move it right here, but I think this is okay because this is usually where I put all my other stereo speakers. So we're gonna test this as well. I'm gonna have someone call me and tell me how does it sound. But other than that, the stereo's installed. Let's go ahead and button this up. Wireless CarPlay. This is actually really good. It actually works pretty well. It works pretty quick. So this is boot up. Not bad. But let's see if it goes to CarPlay. Yeah, it goes pretty quick. If we go back, yeah, it looks exactly like my Pioneer head unit. This looks great. Got my messages. So one thing I don't like about the head unit is if I go into settings, I'm trying to like I'm trying to see if like I can change when I go into reverse, it doesn't like cut off the music, but there really isn't any other option in volume. If I go to EQ, just kind of gives you where you want to set your settings in the speakers, device, Bluetooth. Kind of just shows you how to pair it or discover it, and the name, visibility and whatnot. I go into learning, study, SW, steering wheel control keys. No, don't have any. Display, just kind of shows the display settings for the way it looks. And that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, I guess you got these cool looking backgrounds. But a little disappointed that it doesn't have much in the options. Like, again, I really don't like that it just cuts off the music when I go into reverse. And yeah, sometimes you get the no signal, and if you look closely, you can kind of see these lines going from up to down. I don't know if you could kind of see them, but they're there. And I don't see any settings to remove these lines. I don't like these lines. I really don't. The Apple CarPlay thing, it's pretty good. I like it that it's wireless. I love Waze. I use that a lot. And you can do your calling. Oh, the calls are actually pretty good. They're pretty decent for what it is. And confirmed that. I made a phone call right now. Obviously, I can't record and make a phone call at the same time, so just take my word for it, I guess. But regardless, for the price, can you beat it? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So it's already dark outside. The sun's already set. You can barely see the sun out. And check this out. Visibility is actually pretty good, but I don't know if that's because of like my reverse lights. But for it being pretty dark already outside, like, this is not bad. This really isn't bad. Oh, yeah, that's my brake lights. You see that? I'll go ahead and put some links in the description down below so you guys can check out their products and the head unit that I'm using in this video. It actually comes with the camera under $200. You really can't beat that for the quality that it is. So this is about half the cost you would pay for a Pioneer head unit with a backup camera. So Dasaita got back to me about my complaints regarding the no music playing while in reverse mode and how to remove the backup camera lines. This is actually really good for a company that reaches out to their consumers and helps them out. Thank you again, Dasaita, for reaching out to me and letting me use your guys' head unit on my video here. And make sure to go give them a follow, check out their store, and see if they have something for your vehicle.